Good morning. You're listening to Shamelessly Shontay, and I'm your host, Shontay. Happy Sunday. Kimberly, hi.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm great. Excited to be back again.
And you might be back again and again and again.
I will.
And we want you back.
Oh, thank you. I so enjoy being here with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So have you ever wondered how I got here? Because I want to tell you a quick story.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all, I am an East Coaster at heart. I was born in Fort Knox, Kentucky, and both my parents were in the service, and my grandparents, raised me for the first, few years of my life. And then we just didn't move out of New York. So I did my college years in upstate New York, and then my undergrad in South Florida, Miami, and then I came over to Los Angeles. And when I came over to Los Angeles for a wedding before I decided to move, I drove up the PCH, and the PCH made me question my life. It made me ask myself, am I doing what I was put on this planet to do? It made me reflect on everything that I did in the past and haven't done yet. And coming to Los Angeles gave me a sense of creativity that I don't know that I had in Miami or in New York. So I wonder if others feel that way. And I think our guest might be able to shed some light on what his journey has been in Los Angeles and being in this creative space. Kimberly, I know you're not from here. Mm-hmm. How do you feel being in Los Angeles versus any other city?
Yeah, for me, I am so tied to the outdoors. My mood is so impacted by what's going on around me. And so, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I grew up outdoors and being able to hike and go to the coast and go to the mountains. And so even LA, I understand that whole creative vibe because I think, I have clarity in my mind when I can go to the ocean or when I can go on a long walk. And so for me, it is the environment. There is something different about Los Angeles and the West Coast than other places that I've lived. And I've lived all over. I've lived in Atlanta. I've lived down south in Texas. I've lived on the East Coast. And so I totally get it. What you're saying about realizing, okay, what path am I on? What is my journey? And finding that here. I really think it has a lot to do just with the location.
I go back and forth to Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
Okay, every other week. That's my cadence. And when I come back to Los Angeles, I'm like, yeah, Lux, just the trees. Mm-hmm. Why am I considering these damn palm trees Lux?
Yes.
Right? So Miami has palm trees. Los Angeles has palm trees. And I want damn palm trees.
It's true. I mean, it is unique, though. Even though, like you said, Miami has them. There's other places in the Caribbean that have them, but there's something about the palm trees here in LA.
They're really tall too.
Yes.
Biden recently signed a bill that would ban the Chinese app TikTok. So TikTok has become very popular during the pandemic. What are your feelings around this possibly happening and how it could affect so many users?
Yeah, listen, I understand, there's over 170 million Americans on TikTok. It's huge. But I also get the other side of it. We don't talk a lot about politics on this show, but I get the national security fears. I mean, TikTok is owned by a company. They're based in Beijing, but China is a communist country. The government has a lot of power over there, and there is fear that I think is justified, that the Chinese government at any moment could decide to kind of lean on ByteDance, the owner of the company the company that owns TikTok, and our data could be manipulated potentially. The content could be manipulated potentially, and just the information itself, I think, could not necessarily be truthful that people are getting through TikTok is the general fear. And so I understand the desire to have that company owned by an American company. Just, a couple of billionaires here in America can buy the company, and we wouldn't see a change.
Well, it's like a double standard because you can't have a company in the U.S. You can't even release a movie in China without going through a Chinese company, right? So like America is not able just to publish things in China. So why is it that China is able to do that here?
Exactly.
That's one of the arguments. The second argument too is, are we losing our voices if this platform goes away?
If it goes away, potentially, yeah. But I think if we own the TikTok company, then no. I don't think that we would see a change in how the company is run. And I don't think anybody would lose their voices. I think all of those people, the many people out there whose livelihoods are like all of their business,
running
their
the
income,
business, yeah, sure.
yeah, is TikTok based. So I think that it's a transition that could almost be seamless. I really do.
Are you doing TikTok dances and trends?
Oh gosh. Unfortunately, yes. I am. Terribly too, but it's fun.
But you try.
I try.
Okay, so our next host is probably the king of the TikToks.
Yes, he is.
And we'll be back with him in a moment. You're listening to Shamelessly Shontay. And we're back. Kimberly,
Hey.
So who's sitting next to us right now?
I'm so excited. One of my favorites. Okay, so named by Forbes as one of the top creators of 2022.
Woo, that was a big deal.
Yes.
That was a big deal. I saw you accept that award.
Yes.
I did.
It was ooh.
Sorry.
Our next guest is no stranger to the spotlight. He is an influential singer, actor, dancer, social media producer, and content creator. With a strong social media presence and over 9 million followers on TikTok, his song Supreme and TikTok series Are You Smarter Than a Preschooler dominated the TikTok app and even got attention of her, Snoop Dogg, Fetty Wap, and Amy Poehler. Between co-owning a daycare with his parents and appearing on shows like Wild 'N Out, The Steve Harvey Show, BET, and Nike commercials, our guest is only at the start of his promising career. Please welcome to the show, LaRon
Let's
Hines.
applaud for this man. Let's applaud.
Y'all
All
said
right,
some
well-
things I kind of forgot about. I'm like, when
Because
did
you're
I
doing
do
the
that?
most.
I said, when did that happen? Oh, okay. I guess that did happen. Yeah.
You know what? I didn't mean to interrupt your intro, Kimberly, but I do remember when you got that award and everybody was so proud of you.
The Image Awards. I was so excited for that. That was one of my first awards, and it was just like, it was me finally getting a chance to see the fruits of my labor finally taking place and getting all this recognition. And then it was a lot of great people nominated for that award too. So for me to not only be nominated, but then to also win was just it was so monumental for me because I was going up against people that I have watched growing up, seeing on social media online.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, I was watching their videos and seeing stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say I was psyching myself out, but I was like, you know what? If I don't win, I'm not surprised because there's a lot of great people. But then when they said me, I said, oh.
Hey, now.
This is happening right now. I remember there was a split second where I froze. I'm like, do I just stand up and get the acknowledgement? Do I go up here? I'm like, I was so shocked. I didn't know what to do in that moment. It was just so much was running through my mind when that happened.
So take off the humble hat for a second, okay?
Okay, it's off.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it right here because I
Ready?
might need to put it back on later.
Okay.
All right.
How'd you win?
How did I win?
Mm-hmm.
How did I win? Wow. I think I won because people love me and people love the content that I created. And I feel like I've kind of put myself in this lane on social media where it's like, I don't feel like I have any haters. Like you can't, you can't hate me, but because if you hate me, you kind of low key hating on like the kids. So it's like, and you can't hate kids, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's truly just how I feel. But in all honesty, I feel like the reason that I won is because I kind of created a lane for myself, and whereas there wasn't really a market for what I was doing on social media at the time. Like, I mean, of course we had things that like, I don't know if you guys know the Kids Try thing, like I think it's BuzzFeed that has it, where they have, the Kids React. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like that was one of the closest things that we kind of had to something within that lane where you have kids just like, reacting to things naturally. So for me to be able to create something within that lane, not just for me, but just to also see like, children of color in that lane as well too. I feel like it was such a big deal for not just me, but for the culture as well too. Yes.
So that's how you won. You was doing something different. You differentiated yourself.
Differentiated myself. Yes.
Yeah, that's a strategy.
It was definitely the strategy, and I feel like just my like, cause before I did social media, I was of course like fully involved within the entertainment industry doing acting and music. So I feel like having the knowledge of seeing how people move and navigate within that lane also kind of gave me the knowledge of like, okay, this video is going viral on social media. Okay, what did this person do when they had a song blow up? How did they move about that going about it next? Like, you have to know how to act off a buzz, and then like, what should you do next with it? And it's just, it's all strategy.
This is so good. This is so good. So, because I want to come back to how to react after buzz.
Yes.
But when you came in, did you notice what we had playing?
I did. Y'all had Web of Lies playing. That was... Yes, that is my song. That is I consider that one of my babies. Yes.
Okay, you want to give us a little line? You want to give us a little vocal?
All right. All right. Make a wish and I'll make a wish too. Got me missing you, what's the issue? Every time you come around, it's just pain.
Hey.
I remember you told me you loved me, you told me you want me, you told me that you live for me. All right, just letting y'all know I don't have to use auto-tune or nothing like that now. I feel like I sounded like the record.
Let's give some applause for that. Okay,
Did I sound like the record? I hope I did.
Just like
Okay.
it.
That sounded
Just like
really
it.
nice.
Yeah.
And you had a music video?
Yes.
How'd you select the woman?
How did I select? Okay, so really how I went about that was I was working closely with my choreographer and a creative director at the time. He was really just helping me get everything together. I was in my super duper creative mode for this one because Web of Lies was the first song that I put out since I received all this social media attention. Like, I had been doing music prior to that, but this was the first song that I put out after having like this newfound audience under my name. So this was a big deal for me, and I wanted it to be success. I wanted to make sure that people could see, oh, this isn't just because, I feel like there's this stigma of, oh, someone that has followers, they just got all these followers, they're going to release a song and it's going to be like, very lackluster, very like, it's not going to have the quality of a true artist behind it. But I'm like, you know what? I'm an actual artist. This is something that I do. This is something that I've been doing since I was very young. I want to be able to showcase that. And I was doing that in all aspects. So I was very instrumental and very involved in the filming of it, the casting of who was involved, the location scouting, the songwriting. I was very involved in every process of that. So I just really wanted that. That was a very huge moment for me.
Great. When did you know that you could sing?
Man, I've been singing. I think I first ever touched a stage when I was 9. Before that, I was doing singing, but I was just singing to myself. My grandmother was one person that I always reference when people ask me when did I start singing. She used to have me go different places. I'll be like a little baby going with her to Walmart and the bank, and she'd be like, sing that song, and she'll have me sing something like God Bless America, Amazing Grace, just sing. She's like, yeah, just sing it for him. And then they would give me these candy and stuff like that. So I used to be a big baby though. I used to be very chunky, and I think that's why, because everywhere I go I would get candy for singing. So I think that played a big part in it. So that's where it really started for me. But I first touched the stage. I went to an acting camp when I was about 9 years old, and they had a talent show. I'm like, shoot, I'm here for acting. I thought that was the talent. But I mean, let me try something, because everybody's signing up for this. So let me try singing or something. So I went up there. I sang Billionaire by Bruno Mars. That's still one of my favorite songs to this day. And it's very full circle, because I feel like that was me kind of manifesting what I wanted my future to be in that moment, since it was the start of something for me in that exact moment. So just to be able to be on stage and sing that and then see people, I only heard the singing part. I completely forgot there was a rap part to the song. So when they started playing the instrumental and there was a rap beat, I'm like, how'd it go? What'd I do? I didn't know what to do. I did learn the lyrics eventually after. So I will have a show like Oprah. I will be the host of Everyday Christmas. Get Trivia wish list. So I was like, I learned that afterwards. So when I was on stage, I'm like,
was it an awkward moment?
It was at first, but I said, shoot, let me get in this. I started grooving up on stage. I said, hey, I got everybody up on their feet. I think that's when I knew I was a performer, because I did not know those words, but you would have never known that.
And that's the secret though, sometimes, right? Not everybody needs to know that there was a mistake, as long as you keep going.
Exactly. That's one thing that I'm very animate about, is just making sure that I'm having fun, because I feel like that's the most important part. It's not about getting every step right, everything right. Of course, I do try to get everything right, but you're not going to always get it right 100% of the time. So you just got to make sure that you're on stage performing, and making sure nobody else notices. Don't let them see you sweat. I feel like that's the key to it.
Okay. You had taken the humble hat off, right? Okay,
Yes.
so you're going to put it back on. Because
Okay, put it back on.
I'm going to list all of, who you are again. So writer, producer,
Yes.
actor, singer, social media star, living here in LA, right?
Yes.
So you're more than just an influencer, clearly, in so many ways. But how do you keep yourself grounded in LA? It's more than the designer clothes. It's more than where you shop. Like, how do you stay who you are?
I think what keeps me grounded is knowing that there's always more to go. Like, I mean, you can always say, oh, I've made it, but what necessarily is making it? I feel like once you make it to a certain spot, you can always be grateful for where you are and how far you've come along, but you always have to remember that there is more to go. And like, you really shouldn't let your current position kind of cloud your judgment on how you move within this industry. And then LA is such a crazy place. The people that you see on top today could be on the bottom tomorrow, and someone else can be on top.
That's
So
right.
it's just really all about keeping a level head and being kind to everybody. I feel like that's one thing that people have a hard time doing. Like, just because you see someone sweeping the floors at the record label, that don't mean they can be the executive at that record label next year. You never know. So it's like, you always have to remember to just, be kind to people, always keep a level head when it comes to a lot of these different situations, and I feel like that's what keeps me grounded, because I've seen myself at my, like, I hate to say my lowest, but like when there was a time where people didn't know me and I was out here living, and I saw how people navigated, and that really taught me some things, because I kind of made it a vow to not necessarily react to situations the way they react to situations or navigate LA the way they did.
Give us an example.
Well, I mean, I feel like one big thing that people talk about is having followers, having numbers, being like, and I would notice myself not necessarily being within certain spaces. Oh, because you don't have X amount of followers. Like, I remember there was someone I was working with. They're like, okay, well, we can probably get you this if you had X amount of followers. I'm like,
Oh.
I have 200 followers. I'm new here. I probably I just got here like last week. It's my first day out here. You telling me I can't go to this party unless I have like a million followers? I think that's crazy. So just being in that situation and seeing how people navigate, also just networking with people. Some people will literally stop talking to you just once they find out what you do, and if you're not like somebody that could truly help them. So I feel like one thing that I take pride in is just like, being kind to everybody. And I feel like that's just the way that keeps me humble, because I've seen myself at a moment when I didn't have anything, and then I saw myself in my current situation now to where I got a little bit of something, and seeing how different people treat me. And I just make it my like vow to not react to people the way people used to react to me.
Where are you originally from, LaRon?
I'm originally from a small town in Mississippi. Yes.
From the South.
From the South.
Listen, so my story today,
Yes.
right? We open up with Shontay stories and then the trending topic. So my story today was being from the East Coast. I'm from New York, by the way, of South Florida, Miami.
Oh,
and then coming over here.
5?
What you know about area codes?
I know a little something about Miami. Now, I love Miami. That's one of my favorite cities to visit.
Okay, we won't go into those reasons. So,
No, listen. I love the beaches. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna talk
And
about
the things on the beaches. Okay, like the palm trees.
Yes, the palm trees.
All right, and the
restaurants.
sand, and the restaurants, Ocean
Yes.
Drive.
Yes.
All right, so from Miami, I came over to Los Angeles, okay? And Los Angeles is like no other place. Talk to me about what that transition was like from Mississippi, and I'm assuming maybe you came over to LA, or even if you had to stop in between, how has that impacted your career?
Man, really and truly, I used to visit LA a lot growing up. So when I was around like 10, I would like spend my summers out here. So moving here, it really wasn't as big of a culture shock as it would have been for somebody that was like, just coming out here off the whim. It kind of was like coming to a second home and almost like a breath of relief. But I do feel like you do learn that things are not the same as like when I'm visiting LA, okay, we'll go to Universal, we'll go to Disney, but like when you live here, you don't do that every day. So it's like I feel like just being in different environments, you kind of realize, you kind of have this like this idea that, oh, if you live in LA, you can do something every single day. You can go here, you can do that, you can go everywhere. And it's like, because being from a small town, you kind of view LA as like this mecca.
What's the name of the small town?
It's called Brookhaven. So being from a very small town like that, you kind of view places like LA as this mecca to where you can do every single thing, to where you like every single day. But like, sometimes you don't want to do everything every single day. You get tired of it very quick. Yep. You don't want to go to Disney and get a churro every day. It's not the vibe all the time. So it's just, I think that was one of the biggest things for me, is just learning how to navigate being in a city like this and not being overwhelmed by any of it, because like I said, it's a very small town and we don't even have a mall. I think we go to Walmart for fun. So it's like
in Mississippi, right? Yes, yeah. How often do you go back?
I go back every holiday. I try to go back every holiday. So for Thanksgiving, Christmas, they be trying to scam me.
Your parents force you to go back?
They be trying to scam me. They be like,
define scam.
They be like, okay, we'll go for Thanksgiving. And then next thing you know is New Year's, and we've been there the whole time. I'm like, now how did we do this? This was not the plan. I was supposed to be here a week, come back, stay a week, go again, couple weeks. And then they were like, well, no, that just doesn't make sense, because it's like, well, we got to come and go back. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll stay. Yeah. But I do always love going back, though, because that's where I started doing the videos, and that's where the kids are. And okay. So I do always love going back, but I just always find it so funny how we always end up staying a lot longer than we truly plan to. But
what I heard is you making the most out of your environments, right? Because you said that's where the kids are.
That's where the kids are. So how that originally started was, like I said, I was living out here. Yeah. And then when COVID happened, we moved back. Okay. So that's how I started the series. It was really just like, me having fun. I was at the daycare. My mom came in my room one day. It's like, I don't know what you finna do, but you're not finna sit around this house all day. I think I just graduated, probably like.
And she used the word finna.
Finna, yeah. She said, you finna do something. You ain't finna sit around this house. So I think I graduated probably like a week ago. Okay. And then not even a week. I think I just took my pictures in my cap and gown. And then she came in my room the next day and was like, listen, you're not finna sit around this house and do nothing. So I'm like, okay. So I started going to the daycare, and then that's really how the things began.
Because you made a choice, though, not to continue your education.
I mean... Yes, in a way. That wasn't the original plan. Okay. I did say that I was going to look into colleges, but I wasn't as truly motivated to do it, because I was kind of at this place where I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't really know what exactly to do with that. So whenever this happened and this like started to get all the attention and the buzz that it was getting, I was like, maybe this is a sign that I should just like, seize this as much as I can, because I come from a family of educators, so I kind of thought that people would look at me crazy if I said I didn't go to school. But they were very like, accepting of it, and they were just like, this opportunity isn't always going to be here. School is always going to be there. So if you ever do need to go back, you can always go back.
I believe in that too.
Yes.
So LaRon, you ready?
Yes.
What's the most you ever made on a TikTok?
Oh, the most I ever made on a TikTok.
5 or 6 figures.
Is the IRS watching this right now?
Yo, listen, one thing you do got to do. Okay?
Okay.
Stay black. That's one.
Okay.
Number 2 is pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes. Exactly. In terms of numbers, I feel like that's something you're going to have to speak with my management about.
LaRon.
They're the ones that handle all the
okay, are you
money,
ready?
The finances. They help me with
I love the diversion. That's a true interviewee way to do it. Now, you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. How are you determining your rates?
How am I determining my rates? I feel like everyone's rates in social media are very different. It really depends on the company that you're working. Well, me personally, like it really depends on the company that you're working with and what they're necessarily asking for per se. And then of course, within the lane of social media, when you work with specific companies, they'll ask you for like, exclusivities, and they'll pay you for like your exclusivity, and they may pay you for the licensing for like the licensing for the video to be able to post it on other platforms. So it just really varies depending on those like circumstances as well too. And then like I said, a lot of people, their prices changed depending on like, I may have all the buzz this week and this upcoming months, but like, next month I'm not going to be the hot thing. So it's like, a lot of people's rates, they really like, change depending on that. What's
the lowest you doing a video for?
Oh man,
60-second reel.
60-second reel. I'm I mean, I'm a very collaborative person. If I really love the brand a lot, like I do like a lot with small businesses, if I love the brand a lot, I'll do it for free. Really and truly. Like, you know, I'm just that type of person where it's like, if I believe in a lot of people.
Come on now.
Because I've never been, like I said, I've been in those situations where people didn't necessarily believe in me and they wouldn't want to give me the chance. So when there was a time when people just did not believe in me, and I wish someone would have been like, you know what, let me do this for you for free. I love to do that for people as well too.
You speaking my language.
Yes.
because you never know where the partnership is going to end up, right? So when the company truly has the budget, they going to rock with you because you was rocking with them from the very beginning.
The jump. Exactly.
Yeah. You never know where it's going to take you. You ready for a game, LaRon?
I am ready. Let's see what we're gonna play. I'm kind of scared.
I am too, because I think I'm part of the game.
Okay, so we both finna play.
So I think we first gonna do this or that.
This or that. I'm very competitive now. I just want you to know that.
Me too.
Okay, so we're
gonna do this or that. So whatever comes top of mind, right? And then we're gonna go into a game that we actually haven't played before, and you'll see what it is in a second. All right.
Gotcha.
So this or that.
This or that.
Netflix or Hulu?
Oh, wow. I think right now for me, it's been Hulu recently because Abbott is on Hulu, and my little sister was just on an episode of Abbott.
Yes.
So I've been watching a lot of yes. So I've been watching a lot of Hulu, and then I've just been getting into their catalog. But I do love Netflix. Like I'm about to restart a series on there recently because I saw like a preview for something. I'm like, wait a minute. That's that show that I used to watch. Let me go back and watch that. So I'm like, let me go back to that. And then they have a lot of good documentaries on Netflix too. But I think right now for me, I'm saying Hulu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
IG fame or TikTok fame?
IG fame or TikTok fame? TikTok fame is so easy to get for nowadays. So I would probably say IG fame, I will say. I feel like that's a lot harder to do. So to accomplish that, it's a bigger feat. So I'll say IG fame.
That's interesting that you're saying it's easier to become famous on the talk.
Yeah, because I mean, the For You page is a lot more accessible, whereas the Explore page is optional. You know, when people find you on Instagram's Explore page, that's optional. The For You page is how people consume the content on TikTok. So it's like they're forced to watch your new videos.
You're schooling me because I actually don't watch TikTok that much.
You don't?
No, because I am older, so I watch all my TikToks on Instagram. So I'm like always like, a week behind.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like I know a lot of people, they'll either watch them either on Twitter or Instagram Reel.
Yeah,
I know a lot. I know a lot of people like that.
Okay, so think about for the rest of your life.
Oh, rest of my life. That's a long time.
If you can only act or you can only sing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Question: if I choose only sing, will I still be able to be involved in the television aspect creatively, like writing and things of that nature? Is there a loophole there?
I'll give you a loophole.
Okay, because if that's the case, I can choose singing for the rest of my life because I love to perform. I love to be on stage. I'm a dancer as well too, so I love to do all the
We saw a little Chris Brown
We saw it.
video.
We saw it in the video.
Yeah.
We saw you.
I love all of that. So I think being on stage and just getting all of that, I think one of the craziest experiences I ever had was when back in September I went to go see the Renaissance tour, and like just seeing the energy. Like, I feel like between that we don't have Michael now, but I feel like that's one of the closest things that we have to a Michael Jackson because just the amount of people going crazy, just like, you look at it and you get so inspired by it. And then you see the stuff that goes into it, like the behind the scenes. I'm like, wow, this is not just you get on stage and you do it. You kind of have to put in the work. And that whole process of putting something together for the people to enjoy in your face to face, and you see them singing the words to your song, I feel like that's something very enjoyable. That's something extremely enjoyable.
So he chose singing.
I'm choosing singing.
Okay.
I do love acting though. That's my second love though. Like I said, I started singing around like 3, acting around like 9 or 10. So
wow.
Yes.
Okay, going out or staying in?
Going out or staying in. Oh, who all gonna be there?
But that applies to going out and staying in, though, because some,
Yeah.
Oh, I love that you said that. Who gonna be there?
Who gonna be there if I'm going out?
Go ahead, Kimberly.
Okay, all right. Okay. So being canceled or falling off.
Being canceled or falling off, man.
Such a horrible thing to think about, right?
Yeah, that's horrible to think about. I feel like when you get canceled, I also come from, okay, this is a little controversial given my brand, but I feel like no publicity is bad publicity. So I feel like if you can spend something by getting canceled, you can always turn that out and like spend that into something positive. It's just all about working with what you got. Whereas falling off, people might think about you every blue moon. You might post a little video every now and then. Hey guys, remember when I did this? Haha, so cool. But like, if you like, get canceled, you can always find a way to spin that into something else.
Right.
Yeah. So
I can name a couple people that are not getting out of being canceled.
Yeah. Like I know, like there's a lot of people that I've seen, like, turn some negative buzz into something positive, like, and I think that's admirable because I feel like that's a talent within itself. That's marketing, that's planning, that's being able to spin something and turn it into, like, spinning nothing and turn it into something.
Yep.
Yeah.
FaceTiming or texting?
Man, depends on the person. I will say if I got a long story time, I got to tell you, like, I got to give you X, Y, and Z, and okay, boom. So this how it happened. I got to FaceTime you. I'm a big avid like FaceTimer, but if you just checking in on me, this could have been a text message. If you just saying how you been, how you living, how's life going, just text it to me. I'll respond. I promise you, I will.
Okay. Stinky armpits or bad breath?
Wow. I can't do bad breath. I'm a talker, so I'm always talking to people. I can't do the bad breath. I would rather have the stinky armpits because I can always mask that a little better. I could just sit there like,
yeah.
Whereas you can't tell me not to talk because then everybody will be like, "Why are you so quiet?" Like,
it's true though.
Yeah,
and then when I say pick up,
it's true.
It's over.
Let's think about Miami for a second. We going natural girl or enhanced girl?
Natural or enhanced? Man, I feel like I'm the type where it don't care. If it look good, it look good. If you got the money to make it look good, then it don't matter.
Progressive thinking.
Yeah.
I'm a progressive thinker. Like I go to the gym, so I see women that have worked for their bodies, but I also see women who work to maintain what they bought. So it's like, either way, you're going to have to go to the gym. I feel like, so it's like, I'm not opposed to either.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Lambo or Hellcat?
I can't wait for this answer.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to say Lambo just because I feel like we are going to say Hellcat. A lot of us are going to say SRT, because we got Sexy Red singing the song. Yeah, can't SRT, come pull up on me, drive the car. So it's like I feel like it's a very popular car within the culture.
Yeah, but
I would probably have to say Lambo just because you see a lot less of Lambos than you like. It's a lot. I like to be in the car that sets me apart. So I would have to say Lambo.
Are you spending your money on Uber Eats or DoorDash?
Clothes, but but Uber Eats or DoorDash.
So
man.
Wait, he fly, but he hungry.
Yes, I'd be a little hungry. But I think DoorDash comes to my house more than anything. Between DoorDash and Instacart, they stay at my house. Yeah. Those are the two that are always there. I've been trying to do better though, because I was kind of dreading driving in LA because I hate parking. But I'm
what
getting.
What you riding in, Laurent? What you got?
I've been driving a Jeep for right now.
Okay, that's the it car
it's
too.
A Jeep. Yeah. It's a Jeep. I do have a Porsche back home, but I do want to get it out here so I could drive it out here. That would be the one dream for me. I think I've never told my dad this, so he's listening. He's getting this information right now. I would like to have my car out here. So
drive it over.
We'll talk about that. I don't know about driving. No, we can get shipped over here now. I don't know if I can get in that car for 27 hours.
No, ship it.
We might have to ship it over here.
So we're going to jump into our next game.
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. It's called generational slang.
Okay.
Okay, so you got your paper right there, right?
Okay, yes, I do have my paper.
Okay. So first, I'm going to ask you, hold on.
All right.
I'm going to ask you if you know what these words mean.
Okay.
Okay. Me, Kimberly, and I, we're going to ask you if you know what these words mean, and then you're going to have an opportunity to ask us if we know what certain words mean.
Oh, I'm excited. I looked at my list. I say a lot of these.
And we don't.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Kimberly, you're up.
Mad.
Mad. Like, oh yeah, there's mad people in here. Like, kind of like there's a lot.
Very good.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
Because I mean, I was like, if you just say mad, I was gonna be like a spelling bee. Can you use it in a sentence, please? 'Cause like,
Okay. Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
Pigeon.
Yeah. Pigeon.
Pigeon. Pigeon. Like if someone is like pigeon toed, where they like kind of like that. What is pigeon?
It's a reference to a female, actually.
Really?
You're a pigeon.
Like you a bird?
Yep.
Essentially? That's not a good word.
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a good word.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Chicken head.
Okay, I've heard of chicken. I know that's a dance, but
It is a dance.
It is a dance, but it
Yeah.
it has-
You don't have to go into it.
yeah, it has a very negative
Yeah.
meaning behind it as well too. Also in reference to
A pigeon.
we have to stop referring to women as fowls in poultry. This is not good.
Mhm.
This is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Loot loot.
Loot.
Mm-hmm.
You just made that up on the spot.
I did not.
What? Loot?
What's loot?
Loot?
Mhm.
Is that like loot is like when you steal something, isn't it?
Nope.
Cause I know maybe I'll be playing a video game. I forgot what it's called, but they say you have to loot this. That means like he's
Dad,
playing-
you know what loot means? Give me the loot.
Give me the loot.
Give me the loot. There it is.
Oh, okay, so
money.
money.
It means money.
Money. Okay, loot is money.
Yeah.
I should have known that.
Okay. And
Give me the loot.
I can say the last
I've heard that in a song, haven't I? Is it Offset? I heard that, or Tech? I heard it from one of the Migos. He's like, "Give me the loot."
It's in the song.
I'm gonna have to Google that later.
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard that in the song for sure.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Brick.
Brick. That means it's cold. It's mad brick
there
out
you
here.
go. You used 2 words in a sentence just now.
I
It's
did.
mad brick
It's
out
mad brick out here.
here. All right.
I knew that as New York slang too, though. That's very. I've heard that as like an upper
I'm
East
an
Coast.
East Coaster.
Yeah, you are East Coaster, so that makes sense.
It's your turn.
Oh, it's my
So
turn.
yeah, so LaRon, we
Yeah.
had somebody on our team come up with some Gen Z alpha slang
All right.
for you to test us.
All right. Y'all mind if I add some? I might have to switch it up on y'all a
No.
little. Let's
Okay.
see. Okay, so this first one, that's it is gas.
Gas means it's fire, like gas, like
Mhm. Okay, yeah.
gas.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yachts.
God damn, kind of.
Yes.
Right? Like-
essentially.
Yeah.
Well, what's your definition?
Well, I was gonna. It's like an exclamation. Like
It is. It's essentially an exclamation. It has been getting misconstrued to being a noun in reference to the lower half.
Yeah.
It has been misconstrued. It's not by me. Just know I'm not a part of that community
Yes.
that is doing that. That is somebody else, and I have no say in that
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it has been.
Yes.
They were like, "Oh, do you see that gat?" And it makes me upset every single time. Because
Oh.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
This is the first time I heard it.
really?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, when you, it's like, well, if you know, you know. All right, let them cook.
Like let them roast, like let them cook.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Let
it.
'em
Like,
cook. Okay.
if I'm talking and I'm saying something so profound and someone tries to cut me off, you're like, hold on, no, let him cook, because he's spitting right now. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crash out.
Kimberly, you going to sleep?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you better crash
it's
out.
like falling asleep quickly.
Okay, that's
Falling asleep quickly.
that's a cool definition, but by the same token, crash out essentially means like, when you get like very like, angry and you act irrationally, like I'm about to crash out.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
like-
about to crash out. Like, that's just one of those words.
Okay.
This is an easy one.
Okay.
On God.
Yeah, on God. Like you can't
Telling
even
the
explain
truth,
it. Like,
right?
Yeah, on God.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Telling
I
the
ain't
truth.
lying. Yeah.
I'm not lying.
On God. On God.
Yeah.
Chugi. I don't personally use this one, but I do know this one.
I don't know it. I don't know how to spell it.
It
Wait, Kimberly.
Like off, not trendy, like out. I don't know.
Do you use it in a sentence?
She has this bag on and it's very chuggy.
Oh.
It's kind of like something that was once very popular, but
Yeah, it's dated.
It's
now.
very dated. Like, you know how people see the chevron print on things? That's one thing that people call chuggy. They refer to chevron print as being very chuggy, and I remember like in 2014 that was like a thing, you know.
Okay.
That was a moment for people.
What's your add-ons?
My add-ons. Let me think. All right, we gonna have to take it there. This is an easy one, but period.
Period.
Like done.
Mm-hmm.
Hard stop. Like period.
But then what else?
Or drop the mic, kind of like period.
Yeah, like
nothing else.
Nothing else.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about
That's
it.
right.
But period.
That's it.
Oh, let me see. I should have thought about these ahead of time. Let me pull out the Twitter brain, the TikTok brain. Let me figure this out.
I'm just glad I don't like have to keep up with it. I learned something new the other day, and I'm gonna drop it here. We can't say what it means. BHP. Has anybody heard of this?
BHP.
BHP. I just told Francis. You got it. You got it, Kimberly. You wanna not say it all the way? You got it, LaRon?
I don't got it, and this is supposed to be.
Oh, please.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Please.
Oh, wow, I've never heard that before. That's new.
Mm-hmm.
You more tapped in than me.
Uh-huh. Okay, and I got Pebbles.
Pebbles. Is that like illegal substances?
Nope. No. It's just like let it roll, like Pebbles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You teaching me some new things. You are teaching me some new things.
LaRon, I only got a couple more things for you.
Okay.
So you've been on Wildin' Out.
Yes.
Wildin' Out.
Wildin'.
So
yes.
how was your experience?
I absolutely loved Wildin' Out, man. It was a time for me. I mean, the cast was very welcoming. Nick was extremely welcoming. I had this fear of maybe when I got there, I was like, oh man, probably someone at the higher ups had like a child that suggested they bring him on the show. These people are not gonna know who I am, but like everyone knew me. And then Nick even made a reference to my videos. I'm like, oh shoot, so you do actually be knowing the people that they bring on the show. I'm like, I'm thinking it's like a bunch of people that they have to go through. Oh, someone said, oh, this kid's trending right now, let's bring him on. So I'm thinking no one's gonna know who I am, but everyone was so nice, everyone was so welcoming. I got to meet a lot of people that I follow, I follow like B Simone, and B Simone followed me, Carlos Miller. Yeah. So it's like just to be able to meet them, it was it was so cool because we interacted online plenty of times. So just to finally meet them, to have people that I knew on set. And then Carlos is also from Mississippi too. So just to have people from just people that I was familiar with, it was very cool. And then I got to meet DC Young Fly, who has been one of my favorite, Instagram online comedians since I was in high school. I remember watching his little roasting videos. And then when he first got on Wildin' Out, I was I was there. I love DC Young Fly.
All right, so I'm gonna open it up.
All right.
You ready?
Yes.
Roast me.
Roast you?
Roast me.
Man.
Let's go. Roast me. Roast me.
I am not a roaster. That's the thing. I'm not I was able to freestyle, but you have to understand the stuff that I said. I had to think about it the whole show.
Nope.
I had a good 30 to 40 minutes. Let me think. Roast you?
Roast me. Or you would give us a freestyle.
A freestyle.
That might be easier. And then you can follow with a roast.
All right. I need a beat. Do we have a beat? DJ D-Rec. Hey.
When we do that, it picks up on the mic and it sounds crazy.
Okay.
All right.
So should we beatbox into the mic?
Yeah. Check it. Check it. Yo. Mama. Mama. Y'all thought y'all was going to get a real rap out of me? No. I got to write my stuff down. Wait.
I hate you for that.
What? You thought you was going to get a real rap out of me?
Yes.
Well,
Oh.
All right.
tried.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not a freestyler. I had to think about my stuff ahead of time.
And you're going to have one for us when you leave, too.
Yes, but I promise you I write. That's one thing I want to put on the record. I do write now. I just need a little time.
Okay.
My brain don't move as fast as like the freestyle rappers. I be seeing people rapping. I'm like, how do y'all do that?
Okay, so next time we have you back, we need a rap, we need a freestyle, we need a roast.
I got you. I'm gonna have all
A friendly roast, though, not hurt my feelings.
I'm gonna have all three of those. See, that's the thing. You have to specify those things because I can't get active if I want to. But the thing is, I know I could take things far if I
Not too far.
I don't want to go far though.
What's next for you, LaRon?
What's next for me, man? There's a lot of things happening for me creatively. Like I'm working on a lot. Like I said, I've been very experimentative in the TV and film space. So I do have a movie that's coming out very soon. I will tell more about the date later on like my social platforms.
Okay.
I've also been within the production side, so I'm writing shows and producing things as well too. I'm working on a new series for my socials as well. A clothing line that I plan on dropping very soon, and then I have been in talks to get in the studio. So there's all fields are.
Oh, your hands in everything. Yeah.
Easy.
I have about like 8 hands, and they all in each pot. They just trying to take a little bit of everything right now.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes. Yes.
LaRon, it was such a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you.
Except for that psych out with the bars. Man.
You're not gonna let me live that down? That was so like 2 minutes ago. Are you serious? We're like in the present now.
Yes,
we have to live in the now.
It was so fun having you. Thank you for your energy.
Thank you.
Being upbeat and coming on and talking about everything that you've done and really just being an inspiration.
Wow, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Okay, until next time.
Yes.
Shamelessly Shontay. Bye. And Kimberly, what's going on at Black Girl Sunscreen?
Shontay, we just kicked off beach season. So we are in full summertime mode. We're packing up the car. We're hitting the beaches. We're in our bathing suits. But we've got to make sure the fam is protected. So we're bringing Spray and Play to the beaches with us.
Fave.
Yes, BGS Kids Spray and Play SPF 50. So this is a kid-friendly continuous mist, a dry touch finish, nourishing formula, sticky free, absorbs into the skin, leaving the skin hydrated. It's a no mess, no stress sunscreen.
I love that.
Yep. So it's designed for families on the go, which is why it's so perfect for summertime. All those road trips, Spray and Play SPF. It's perfect for all your summer plans. And when you've got to grab those kids and spray them down.
Because they like to move around.
Because they like to move around.
Yeah.
So that's what we're focused on right now.
Spray and Play, near and dear to my heart. We couple it with BGS Kids, the lotion. So parents, you have the choice of BGS Kids or Spray and Play, whatever you want to use, depending upon your child. You can even use Spray and Play on yourself.
That's right.
Because that's also an SPF 50. So we're giving you a higher level of protection versus the 30. And it's great for the summer. Also, when you're looking for it, it is not that black and gold bottle. It is yellow and blue. Okay, just like the BGS Kids, but in a spray bottle form. So during the summer, pick up, Spray and Play, my damn mic, or sing, fell out of my ear, but we're going to keep going. Okay, so go ahead and pick up Spray and Play and BGS Kids when you see it. You're listening to Shamelessly Shontay.